Hi everyone, it always starts the same way. You stand in front of your plate, bread on one side, salad on the other. Your brain whispers, "Don't touch the bread, you'll ruin everything." Your heart sighs, "But just one bite won't hurt." For so long, weight loss has been sold to us as a war. You versus food, bread, pasta, chocolate. All labeled enemies to defeat. Carbs? Dangerous. Fats? Worse. Calories? Count everyone like it's a crime. It's exhausting, and it doesn't work. Here's the truth. You don't need to fight food to lose weight. In fact, the harder you fight, the more likely you are to lose. Not the weight, but yourself. When you label food as bad, you create an emotional relationship with it. Psychologists call this the forbidden fruit effect. In a study published in Appetite, 2013, participants who were told to avoid chocolate ended up eating more chocolate than those who were allowed it freely. This isn't about weakness, it's about biology. When you deprive yourself, your body responds with cravings, stress, and, ironically, fat storage. Your cortisol levels rise, signaling your body to hold onto fat, especially around your belly. That guilt you feel when you fail, it keeps you stuck in a cycle of shame and overeating. So what actually works? Stop seeing food as the enemy. Your body needs it. Carbs fuel your brain and muscles. Fats regulate your hormones and keep you full. Protein repairs and preserves your muscles. Instead of cutting everything out, focus on balance. In a 2-year study of over 800 participants published in the New England Journal of Medicine, those who embraced moderation, not restriction, lost more weight and kept it off longer. They also reported better mental health and fewer food cravings. The truth is, people who eat whole, satisfying foods, carbs, fats, and protein included, lose more weight and feel better than those who punish themselves with extreme diets. And it's not just what you eat, but how you eat. Slow down. Taste the food. Notice the textures, the flavors, the feeling of fullness. This is called mindful eating. A 2016 meta-analysis found that mindful eaters reduced binge episodes by up to 50%. Why? Because when you pay attention, you actually feel satisfied, sooner and with less food. Eating becomes an experience again, not just a chore or a checklist. When you allow yourself to enjoy your meals without shame, you stop obsessing over what you can or can't have. And you stop swinging between extremes. But here's another truth. Perfection is not required. Not every meal needs to be perfect. Not every day needs to be clean. Life has birthdays, holidays, pizza nights. And those moments matter too. Sustainability beats willpower every single time. In a review published in Obesity Reviews, 2020, over 80% of restrictive dieters regained the weight they lost within 2 years. Not because they were weak, but because the plan was unsustainable. Willpower runs out. But habits you actually enjoy, last. And maybe the most important lesson, your weight loss journey is not about punishing yourself. It's about building trust with your body again. It's about eating enough to fuel yourself, and knowing that food is not the enemy, but your ally. When you stop fighting and start listening, everything shifts. Your energy returns, your mood improves, your sleep gets better. And yes, the weight starts to come off, gently, naturally, and in a way that lasts. Because your worth was never tied to the number on the scale, and your plate was never your enemy. I've seen it happen over and over again. The client who thought carbs were the devil, she reintroduced bread, ate mindfully, and lost 20 pounds without feeling deprived. The man who thought he had to eat clean 100% of the time, he allowed himself pizza once a week and still reached his goal weight because he no longer binged in secret. These stories aren't rare, they're proof. When you make peace with food, your body finally lets go of what it no longer needs. So, what actually works? Stop fighting. Choose real satisfying foods, most of the time. Enjoy treats without guilt. Eat slowly. Feel your hunger and fullness cues. Move your body, not as punishment, but as celebration. Rest. Be kind to yourself. Weight loss isn't about defeating food, it's about making peace with it. When you stop fighting, you start living. And that's when your body and your mind feel free.